Hello, so you're interested in leaf hikes near Salida, Colorado? Well, in this video, I'm going to go over 3 of my favorite hikes to view the beautiful aspen leaves, as well as 2 drives near Salida, Colorado. And you're going to want to stick around to the end because I have a lesser known unmarked hike that you don't want to miss. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. My name is Monica McCarthy, a realtor, and I specialize in Salida, Colorado and surrounding areas. And I get calls all the time from people looking to move to Salida, Colorado. So if you're one of those people, whether you're planning on moving here in a few weeks or a few months, please reach out to me. My information is in the contact info below. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you're the first to know when new informative videos about Salida and surrounding areas comes available. Okay, let's first talk about Salida in general. So Salida, Colorado is a gorgeous small mountain town in southern Colorado, and it is surrounded by 3 mountain ranges and hundreds of thousands of acres of national forest. So it's really just has access to abundant outdoors. So I won't get into all of the amazing things Salida has to offer. I have a ton of videos about that on my channel, so check out all of those. One of them is the pros and cons of living in Salida. That goes over a lot of good stuff there. But for this video, I just want to say Salida has access to gorgeous trails all over. And so some of the areas, there's not aspens everywhere, but some of that national forest has more dense aspen areas. Also, the best time of year to view aspens, now it can vary year to year, but generally speaking, the best time of year when those aspen trees are turning from green leaves to that gorgeous golden hue that we all know and love. The best time of year to see those is usually between late September and early October. So it's usually a few weeks when they start to change to when they're peaking to when they're starting to fall off. So the best time is usually mid-September to beginning of October for that time. And do keep in mind, the higher the elevation, the earlier they're going to change. So hikes that are and drives that are higher up are going to be a little bit different, changing phases than lower elevation. Okay, so let's talk about the very first one. The top hikes I have 3. Number 1 hike is Greens Creek. This hike is located off of County Road 221, which is about 25-30 minutes from downtown Salida. It's just west of town. It's a county road that you access off of 220 as you're going out of town off of Highway 50. So the trailhead for Greens Creek is off of County Road 221. That hike itself is about 7 miles, but you could just do an out and back. And the thing I love about this hike is it's immediate gratification. You don't have to hike really far to get to aspens. There are gorgeous aspens on the drive up to the trailhead. And then, so you're immediately in the beginning of this aspen forest. It goes along this gorgeous Greens Creek. So you have the water going along the trail in a lot of sections. It goes up, but it's not crazy steep, and you've got gorgeous aspens all along the way. So this one is truly one of my favorites for close to Salida, because if you only have 30 minutes, you're going to get your aspen fix. If you have a lot longer, you can go even further and see more, but you can get just a few aspens in at the beginning if you only have a short amount of time. This hike is good for kids. There is a bit of elevation through part of it, but it is also kid friendly and also dog friendly. This trail itself is mixed use, and so there's mountain bikes that are on it, and they also allow dirt bikes on this trail, so keep that in mind. I prefer going during the week when there are fewer of both of those things, just so you have a little bit more peace and quiet on there. But it is a really gorgeous trail, and this trail itself connects to the Monarch Crest Trail, which is significantly further up in elevation. And so if you go earlier in the day, you're less likely to encounter people coming down from the Monarch Crest on their mountain bikes. So keep that in mind as well. Okay, trail number 2. This is locally known as Goat's Waddie, and it's essentially a section of the Colorado Trail that you access off of County Road 224, which you access off of Highway 50. This is also about 25 to 30 minutes outside of downtown Salida. And so this is a trail that the aspens are really thick at the beginning of it. And then as you go further along, you're going to get peppered in aspens, but also it's going to be a bit more pine trees. So this is a really good spot if you only have a really short amount of time. You have somebody that doesn't want to walk far, like maybe small children or people who aren't acclimated to elevation and they just want to get like a pretty little quick fix. My family actually had our family photos in this section a few years ago because you can just walk. It's really easy to access where it's most dense with the aspen trees. So if you want some gorgeous aspen photos and just an easy way to get to that spot, that's a really great option. Just 30 minutes, like I said, outside of downtown Salida. All right, our third trail that I recommend going to, that's one of my favorites, just a short distance from Salida, Colorado, is the Angel of Shavano Trailhead. So the access point for this trailhead is closer to 30 minutes outside of Salida. It's actually in Maysville off of County Road 240. And so this is a primary trailhead. It connects, it's a section actually of the Colorado Trail, and it connects over to going, if you followed the trail all the way up, you could summit Shavano Mountain. I'm not suggesting you do that, but you can access aspens. There's some aspens at the beginning of the trail, and then within the first mile, you're going to go up a pretty steep ridge, and then it flattens out in an aspen grove. So if you can get up that ridge, and the views from that ridge are absolutely gorgeous, and you can stop and look around and see aspens in the distance, and so it's a really good photo op to see aspens then, and then you're in an aspen forest, and at that point it's pretty rolling, mostly flat, and it's just a gorgeous hike for those beautiful aspens that if you want to immerse yourself in an aspen grove, this is a really good option just outside of Salida. It connects to, like I said, the trail to go up Mount Shavano, and the trailhead for that section is called Blank's Cabin Trailhead. So you could take it all the way. It's several miles, I want to say about 3 or 4, to get to the Blank's Cabin Trailhead. And between Angel of Shavano Trailhead and Blank's Cabin Trailhead is a great out and back hike to get your views, get some beautiful aspens in, and it won't be too grueling of a hike. Okay, now let's talk about the top 2 leaf peeping drives that are close to Salida, Colorado. Okay, the closest one I'll start with, it's a 30-mile drive. Actually, it's more than that, but the pass itself is 30 miles. It's called Marshall Pass. You access it off of Highway 285 from Poncha Springs. So the beginning of the drive starts about 15 minutes outside of downtown Salida, and then you take Marshall Pass, which is a dirt road all the way over Marshall Pass, and as the name suggests, and it can take you all the way over to Sargent's, which is off of Highway 50. So if you go that whole way, it's a several hour drive, or you could also just go through part of it and turn around and come out back the way you came. But this drive is absolutely gorgeous. There's really dense aspen groves all along the way, and so you can stop and take pictures. It goes above O'Haver Lake, which is beautiful, and it's really just dense aspen trees all along, very, very picturesque. And a bonus hike is about a few miles up, just after you go past the O'Haver Lake area. There is a very small parking lot, and it's pretty unmarked, and you can park there and go on a short hike through the aspen groves. So this is a really great spot. I've actually taken a few guests that don't live in this area and aren't acclimated to the elevation down this just gorgeous little hike. You could go not even a mile if you wanted, and you're just immersed in the aspen grove, and it's a really good spot for pictures and to just take a break if you're taking a long drive. So this is a really good spot to explore the aspen trees while you're on that drive. I highly recommend it. Okay, and then the next drive I recommend is Cottonwood Pass, which is actually closer to Buena Vista than Salida, but it's worth mentioning here. So it's obviously a bit further of a drive from Salida, but this pass takes you from downtown Buena Vista. You're driving on County Road 306, and you can take that as far as you want. If you take it all the way over, it spits you out in Almont, which is right by Crested Butte, which we'll talk about in a second. But this is also a beautiful drive, thick aspen groves all the way. And again, this is one that you could do out and back if you don't want to go all the way over, because it actually the aspen groves thin out as you get further up in elevation. But the beginning of the drive for several miles, many miles, is very thick aspen groves. This is a really gorgeous drive. But if you do want to take it all the way over, you could spend the night in Crested Butte and then explore all the thick aspens over there. I did that a few years ago, and it was, if you want to get a lot of aspens in a short amount of time, take Cottonwood Pass all the way over, spend the night in Crested Butte, and then explore that area there. You've got Kebler Pass, you've got Ohio Pass, very thick aspen grove over there. So that will extend your leaf peeping expedition. All right, so those are my recommended hikes and drives that are close to Salida, Colorado for leaf peeping. But I'm very curious. There's so many more. If you have any recommendations, please make a comment at this video, because I'd love to hear your feedback on what are some of your top favorite hikes and drives near Salida, Colorado to view aspen trees. And if you found this video helpful, please share it with a friend and like it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm Monica McCarthy, a realtor that specializes in Salida, Colorado and surrounding areas, and I greatly appreciate your time. Thanks for watching.